Hello and welcome to Spicy in Wisconsin. I am your host, Moriah Spicer.
Spicy in Wisconsin.
We have a real humdinger of a show for you, episode number 3, American Horror Story. I think that might be taken. Let's go with Spicer Horror Story. With me today, as always, we know her, we love her. She is...
Who let the dogs out?
Who let the dogs out? Who let the dogs out?
Welcome to the show, Leah.
Hi, so glad to be here. Wait, can you hear me?
Let me just double check. I think so. Is your microphone on?
Yeah, I think so.
I don't see any
It
issues.
needs to be on.
I think I can hear you.
Okay.
We'll double
I
check.
can't hear you on my headphones or something.
You want to hear yourself? Is that better?
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
no,
not
I still
really?
can't hear myself.
Huh.
I don't think it's that big of an issue.
I think I can hear you.
Okay.
But I will check in a second. But hey, quickly before we get rolling here, we were planning something else for today's show, but something has come across our desk that is simply so fascinating. We have to address it. And we are going to be speaking shortly here with our nephew, Luca Spicer, also known as Lulu. Bro, are you Delulu? All right, let's test your, before I get us really rolling here, let's just double check. I wish I could see us, and I wish, okay, there we go. Let me just check,
Okay.
hear your audio.
Let's see. Oh, yeah. Looks
Yeah,
like
you're
it's
good.
coming up.
Girl,
Okay,
you
great.
just got to eat that microphone. Eat it. Talk it up. All right, let's roll over here. Let's get that boy on the jingle jangle, shall we?
Let's do it.
Okay. Is that his number?
That's the one.
0052?
That's the
Okay.
one, yeah. I don't think you're supposed to say his number on the air.
It just said the last 4 digits, but thank you.
Hello.
Luca.
Welcome to the show, buddy. We're so
What's
glad to have you
up?
here.
Yeah, me as well. Great to be here.
So, Luca,
First family member to be on.
I know. I'm not gonna lie to you. Every single family member has asked to be on the show, and actually, most people do. They're like, "Oh, you have a podcast? You should have me on." I'm like, "Absolutely not. Why would I have any interest?" But you, Luca, we do want to have you on the show because we'll just get right into it. Because I believe you said you have to go to a potluck at 5:00. Is that correct?
Yes.
Luca, can you just introduce yourself, like your age, your name, your relation
ASL.
to us?
Yeah, so I'm Lucas Spicer. I am 17 years old, and I am related to Moriah and Leah.
Yes,
Okay, aunties.
we're your aunts.
And I'm great to be here. Yeah. But yeah.
Okay, that's
So,
good.
it
And
also-
you live in Viroqua, Wisconsin. We've known you obviously since you were born. You've been kind of close. We've lived in Wisconsin like your whole life, and we have really
Yep.
known you very, very well since you were a tiny little peanut. And it's so cool now because we have our boys and Leia's girl like the same age, and it's so fun to see like you interacting with our kids in the same way that your dad interacted with us, because it's actually kind of in the same like age difference range there. But anyway, enough about us.
And you. Today we've had you on the show to share a story with us that recently happened to you.
So I'm going to give you a tiny bit of intro on it. I'm just going to say on Friday night, I got a call. On Saturday morning, I got a call from your dad, and it was, "You are not going to believe this." So, Luca, we're just going to let you take it away from here, okay?
Yeah, it was really I didn't quite believe it. Really one of those stories. But it was a regional baseball game, and it was a game to qualify for the championship game. So it was really a game. So it was in the 6th inning. I think it was tied 6-6. And it was the top of the 6th.
Okay.
And we're out in the outfield, and we're defending the team.
Wow. So the
which
stakes
is
are kind of
Z-
high.
Which is ZT.
Like the stakes are high.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's intense. So I think there's a runner on third, and there's a guy on the plate. And in right field, you don't really get a whole lot of action, so it's a whole lot of eating out there in the outfield, talking to yourself, singing a little bit.
Okay.
Eating?
Um,
What are you eating?
Yeah, what are you eating?
you gotta bring like the lifesavers.
Uh-huh.
Jolly Ranchers are a good
Uh-huh.
one.
Like a long suck. Excuse me. Sorry. Don't
Yeah.
tell your parents I said that.
Yeah, thoughts. So yeah, so this guy comes up, and I've gotten like maybe 1 or 2 balls all night, and he comes up and he's a right-hander, and like any ball you're getting in the right field, it's gonna be like slicing towards the foul line. So it's hit, and I'm like, all right, I gotta go. Like, I thought it was a second baseman's ball, but they're like, no, right field. So I'm full on sprinting, and I like make my way up to the ball, and it's like I probably run like 100 feet, and I like slide. I have like the glove like right above my face, and like it just completely misses it. And I'm looking for it, and it completely misses my nose too, and like just knocks out my front teeth.
Oh my god.
Oh my god.
So when you say it knocks out your front teeth, like you knew like,
So, like,
the
my left one?
second that happened, or like
Yeah, so it was like the ball came, hit my face. I like put my tongue up where my left tooth is supposed to be. Gone. Don't even feel it.
Oh my
I just feel like
god.
I just feel like blood just come like all over. I just spit it out immediately, and I just run like kind of towards my dugout, and I like, run to my coach. I'm like, Coach, I don't got any teeth.
Can you
Oh
give
my
us like a
God.
pain level
Yeah,
at this
yeah.
point? Like how much did this hurt?
So right away, I took probably like 4 or 5 Advil before the game. So like
Sorry.
Wait, what?
Hold
right
on.
away, it's kind of
Back
just
up.
like
Back up. Wait, what?
What?
4 or
Four or
5?
before the game. Yeah, well, the arm hurts a little bit. Always
Oh,
does.
okay. Okay.
But so thank God I took a little bit of painkillers before the game, because it didn't hurt right away. It was kind of just like, oh my gosh, I don't have any teeth. Like my right one was still in, my right front one, but it was just bent back and like tilted sideways almost.
Oh.
God.
So you're like, this is like a minute after this has occurred. You've run in, you're talking to your coach, and then what happens?
I'm like, Coach, I gotta go to the ER or something. So I run off, and then like I talked to my dad. I was like, Dad, we gotta go. I was like, okay. And he has no clue what's going on. He's like, go where? And I like smile at him. I'm like, I don't got any teeth. Once again. So we like make our way towards the concession stands, and this like a paramedic comes up to me multiple times. He's like, don't swallow the blood. Like it will make you throw up. And I'm like, okay. And he said this like 4 or 5 times, and I'm like, okay, I get it. Like I won't swallow the blood. And then like
Wait, do
someone
you know
says,
why he
like,
was
"Grab
saying
the-"
that, Luca? Like, what was is that a thing that if you swallow a lot of blood, you throw up?
Yeah, it's just like it makes you like feel sick or something. But I wasn't swallowing the blood. I was just like, yo, you're making the situation worse. Like, but he was helpful. He ended up like holding the light.
Okay. So you're kind of going towards the concession stands. That's EMT is sort of like repeating over and over that you shouldn't swallow the blood. You're like, I got it. And then like, what is going through your mind? You're kind of still like, we're going to the ER.
Yeah, so I'm like, all right, like, what do we do? So they just like sit me down. This mom on my baseball team comes and like pats me on my back and just like holding me, and I'm just like, blood just keeps filling up my mouth. I'm just like spitting it out. I got some water, and then this dentist was luckily at the game, which was my teammate's mom.
That's
Her name's
amazing.
Leanne.
Shout out Leanne.
Yeah, so-
Okay. Shout out Leanne.
Okay,
Shout
so
out Leanne.
what happens
Lifesaver.
next, though?
Yeah.
So she's over here. She's like, yo, we need the tooth, like, quick. So she tells Dave this, which is the assistant coach. And she's like, all right, the game stops, like, immediately. And then both teams, and then, like, both coaches, they all start looking for the tooth.
Oh my god.
So yeah, everybody's out on the field looking for this tooth. And it's like 10:30, I'd say. It's like it's getting late. 10 maybe. So I'm so thankful that my Kelly, my coach, head coach,
Yeah.
he goes off. He goes, I got the tooth.
Wow, Luca. I mean, that is unreal. Like that it was that dark. It could have been covered up. Like the chances of someone finding that is incredible out there in the outfield.
Yeah, in the outfield, and then gave it to the assistant coach, and he gave it to he just ran it over to us, and I swear this thing was like 2 inches.
Yeah, give me like a whole. Tell me everything. Like, what did the root look like? Because the root's attached to this tooth, right? It's the full tooth. It's like the whole thing.
Yeah, the whole entire tooth comes out, and it's definitely like 2 inches at least.
Oh,
And then
my
the
God.
dentist is like, gets a pair of gloves, and she's like, can I put your tooth back in your face? And I'm like,
I have a clarifying question. The tooth, like, is Kelly just like picking the tooth up, like raw
yeah, and
handed?
it like somehow made its way into a bag.
Oh my god!
So it comes to us in a bag, and we just like take it out of the bag, and she's like, "Can I put it back in your face?" And then I'm just like, "Well, yeah." You know, I didn't really know what else to say.
Okay. Okay, and now how much pain are you in? Still kind of in shock?
Okay, yeah. So now the pain picks up like a whole different level. She like puts this thing back in my face.
Wait,
puts
I
it
need more.
back in
I
the
need more
root
info. What was that like? Like,
Yeah.
what did it feel like? Wait, also, what did the root look like? Like, what color was it? What texture was
it?
it?
Like sharp? Was
Yeah.
it long?
Yeah.
It was like, yeah, it was like just one root. It wasn't like 4 in the back like with your molars. It was just like a really long. It was pretty sharp at the end. But like when she put it up there, 10 out of 10 pain. I was
Oh
my God.
like, oh, it was terrible. It was terrible.
Like until it was in, kind of.
Yeah, and I heard like a little like suction almost.
Can you make the sound?
It like suction back in because it was like 7 minutes when it came out,
Wow.
and then we put it back in.
So what was the sound like?
It was like, it was almost like it was like a little pop almost.
Oh, and you
But
felt
like
it
also
too.
just like, yeah, no, it was terrible.
Oh.
Pain, 10 out of 10.
And then when it was
Awful.
like finally in, like, did it feel relief then, or was it still really bad?
Oh, it was bad.
Ooh,
And like
Luca.
she had to like straighten them
Oh.
until they were like perfectly straight almost.
Oh, Luca. That I can't even imagine. So she straightens the one tooth. She reinserts the other tooth. And
No, she puts the other tooth in, like the one that completely fell out, and then she straightens my other one behind it. Because she, right when the one that was completely out went in, she knew exactly like where to straighten the other one.
right. Okay, so then 7
And
minutes,
then-
the tooth is in, the other tooth is straightened out, and like you're in tons of pain, but like are the teeth feeling good?
The teeth are feeling like they're about to fall out.
Oh my god.
Like, they're terrible. But I wanted to watch the game, which
What?
we ended up losing. Yeah, we ended up losing. But it was like half inning. She was just like, keep your jaw clamped before like we go anything, like do anything else or like proceed with anything. So I was just like keeping my jaw clamped, and we lost. Yeah. So it was all ended tough, but we found it too. I feel like that was a big
Okay, I'm sorry. This is a 1,000% a win. We all know also if you'd still been in the game, you would have won. Okay, clearly. I've seen you play. But let's just we need to hear the sort of the culmination of this. I mean, Luca, I can't decide if you have the worst luck in the world or the best luck in the world, but it is like the fact that you have a great smile and you have nice teeth. So I'm really happy that tooth was found for many reasons. But what happened next? So then you go to I'm skipping ahead here because I do know the story, but you go with her then to her actual office at some point. What time is this?
Oh, it's getting towards 11:30, I'd say. Yeah, opens her office for us. And then she ends up straightening my teeth one more time and then kind of holding the bone that my teeth go into to kind of replace, putting it back into place. And then she basically splinted up all my teeth.
She gave you
canine to canine, just holding them
it's
together.
like a retainer that goes
More
across the
support.
front. Is that still on?
Yeah.
How long do you have to keep
Yeah,
that
I
on
have it on for 6 weeks.
Okay. And what does she think based on your x-rays and stuff? How are you looking? Are you going to be able to because I had heard you might have to get a root canal on those teeth. Is that true?
So if they take back into my face and they stay perfectly normal and my nerves aren't damaged, then it will be perfectly fine. But I mean they were out of my face, so I don't think that's gonna be possible. So I'm thinking I might have to get 2 root canals.
When do you find that out?
Probably later this week, I think.
Okay. Well, we'll have to update the listeners, but Luca,
Yeah.
I mean, it's absolutely incredible. I believe we're talking about Dr. Leanne M. Klum there in Viroqua, Wisconsin. So if any of our loyal listeners
Shout out her.
absolutely
Yeah, big shout out.
are looking for a dentist in Southwest Wisconsin, I mean, I don't know what more of the sort of a ringing endorsement we can give, but just that field medicine, the wherewithal, it's incredible. But Luca, we're so happy that you had such a positive outcome from that. We know we're not going to get into a tough year, and we just are so proud of you for coming out on top, and can't wait to see you playing out there on the field next year.
Yeah, it's a tough summer, but nothing like God's given tooth,
Luca. Oh my God. All right. We love you so much, buddy. I hope you enjoy that
Love you too.
picnic or potluck, excuse me, and we'll talk to you soon.
Yeah, thanks so much for coming on.
All right.
All right. Bye,
All right,
Luca.
we'll talk soon.
Thank you guys. Love you.
Love you.
Love you too. Bye.
Oh my goodness gracious.
Wow.
There he goes, the one and only. Lulu, Luca Nader. All right, so we are calling this episode Spicer Horror Story. Because, I mean, that story is just how can you not share that immediately? Can you imagine, Leah? Have you had any, tooth pain in your life?
Nothing that can compare to that whole situation. One thing that I didn't think we quite went over in that story was, though, that this dentist was there. She knew that you have a much better chance of those teeth taking back in the quicker you get them in.
Right.
And so that's why she was like, I want to do it here right now. And then once they're in like that, I think they have a better chance of taking. So she wasn't like, we need to rush to the office now. You're fine to wait for a little bit.
Yeah.
But-
and that was her third time doing it.
At a game?
No, just ever. not at a game. But just the idea that an entire tooth and its root can come out. So I've had horrible teeth luck in my life. I was born with cavity prone teeth. I really was. I have horrible teeth. And I received a root canal when I was Luca's age or a little younger from an absolute quack doctor. I'm sure of it. And that tooth was has been a problem forever. And finally, this year, my doctor was like, we need to put in a fake tooth. Okay. And so I had that tooth removed, and it was an experience that I needed,
Therapy.
no, Valium for. They prescribed me Valium prior.
Dentist can prescribe that?
Yes. He's like, you're going to be feeling great. And I was like, I don't feel great, but I'm willing to come So I was like, it's working. So that tooth was removed. And I just want to say that was like a 2.5 hour long experience that included like months later, shards of bone, like coming out of my. So I'm just like, next time, can I try a baseball from below? Like knock that peppy out. My God. But I would imagine the front teeth come out more easily than the molars, right?
Well, and it also sounds like the root of the front tooth is different. It sounds like it's just one long root, whereas those molar ones have like that classic 4-prong look to it, you know?
Oy. Well, it was, I'm just so glad he made it through, but wow.
I know.
Oh, I can't even imagine. I truly can't imagine.
And I would say that's like a big fear for me. Like the idea of having a tooth knocked out. Oh my God.
I have a lot of dreams about the teeth coming out. Yeah, you don't? Oh, really?
I've heard that that's like kind of a classic.
It is, yeah.
Yeah.
No, I have a lot where like I'm reaching back in and like they're like my teeth are crumbling out. But I've like had horrible dentistry experiences.
Oh my God.
Like, let me also tell you, never take an edible and go to the dentist. You might think it's gonna relax you, but it brings out the worst paranoia you can imagine. Just get the Valium
What
if
do you
possible.
think about like the career of dentistry?
I think it's so weird. Who chooses that?
I know.
Who chooses that?
I know. Like, why would you want to be like that far up in anyone's mouth?
We should get Leanne on the show.
Oh, that'd be really
Get
interesting.
her perspective.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
And also her two sons, both of which played baseball. The younger one with Lucas on his team. They're both in dentistry school.
Yeah. Interesting. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. All right. But no, for me, okay, how about hygienist? Like that one is another one. But some people
That one
say,
seems easier.
yeah, the one person who did when I had like an abscessed tooth, why I'm talking about this, she told me that when she was like draining the abscess, I was like also again in the worst pain ever. I was like, I don't know what I was saying. Who even knows? But she was like, I think I was like apologizing. I think I was being like, I'm so sorry.
It smells
smelled so bad. And then she was like, oh, I kind of like it. It's like popping a pimple.
Oh my God. Wow.
Which is nasty. Okay. We got a few other stories we want to share here. So another impetus for this show was a conversation about the supernatural and a conversation about the differences in the ways that people, including us as sisters, kind of view and think about, experience. Do you think the supernatural is the right way of putting that?
Yeah, I think that's fine.
Okay. So that's going to be coming up. But really quickly, you recently had your own little version of a horror story. I was right there with you.
Oh, yeah.
We decided fun and games. We are both very fast at giving blood. And
we also give blood a lot. Like
you give blood a lot.
Yeah, I try to give blood as many times as I can per year, which is like 6 times or something. And you've recently gotten.
I've only given blood 3 times.
Yeah. And for the first time you gave blood, you were like, you texted me, you were like, this is a really weird flex, but like I give blood so fast.
I think I like wanted to put that on my Instagram and then I like deleted it because I was like, that's embarrassing. Which will be shocking to the people who like see the things I do put on my Instagram. Like, do you not? There's things you remove because it's like just open flow. Yes. And so it is like usually like a 4 to 5 minute process. And I decided because Spicers love to make anything competitive and I thought it'd be great for the show. I was like, let's have a little race. Who can give blood faster? Because you can also pound the water. Like there are things you can do to prep. So we made our appointments. I was a little earlier than you were and I was with the kids. Mm-hmm. And then you showed up and just I gave blood and they were like, the women were kind of in on it. They were like, I'm going to write down your time and like put it under here, but I'm not going to tell you.
You're not gonna be able to see it. Yeah.
But I had the kids, so I was like, I'm going to roll out, be outside. And I was like, well, you were sitting down right when I was leaving. So I was like, she'll be out in 4 minutes. Yeah.
3 minutes. So I get blood all the time. It's like no big deal. I've never had a bad experience. But on this particular day, I went in. And also another thing about us is that we have these like big juicy veins. They always comment on it. They're like, wow, this is a big vein. And sometimes you'll have people say things like, oh God, I get a little nervous with these big veins. Sometimes they roll, people will say that. And I guess that means that like when they try to jam the needle in there, it like slides to the side or something. I've never had that happen before though, but it is something that I like worry about a little bit, like, oh God. So whatever, they get you all prepped up and they're ready to go. And I will say I did have kind of a bad feeling. Like I sort of knew like something's gonna go
You
wrong.
did?
A little bit, yeah. I was like,
Was it
there's something a little off
was it
here.
a juvenile? Not a juvenile.
No.
Wrong word.
No, it wasn't
Inexperienced.
Like a trainee.
yeah.
No, nothing like that. She was like said she'd been doing it for 3 years. She like really liked her job, et cetera, et cetera. I'm always doing like too much talking.
A lot
with
of
those
chatting,
people.
nervous chatting. Yeah.
yeah.
I know.
Okay, so the
Been
first
there.
one goes. She puts the needle in. She's like, "Oh my god, I'm so sorry. I missed your vein." But like, there's still like this like giant needle in your arm, and there is some blood coming out because like there's just like blood in your body. And so then she like calls the other woman over there, and she's like, "What do you think I should do? Should I pull it back out? Put it in? Should I just like? You can also like." Push the needle in a little bit farther and like try and get the vein. And I'm like trying we should have done a little warning for people about this. Some people like really don't
I
like
said
blood
something
draw
in the very
stories.
beginning.
Oh yeah, they know.
Yeah.
We were talking about
Did you, I mean, blood draw, tooth flying out of someone's head? I'm not sure which is worse.
Sorry.
Did it hurt at this moment?
I mean, not really. Like it really doesn't hurt that much giving blood. It just feels like sort of like maybe like a real hard pinch or something.
So it was the same amount of pain that you would have had at this point.
Yeah.
As
Yeah.
just the normal blood draw.
Okay, so then they're like, the other woman comes over and she's like, yeah, I think you missed the vein. You're going to have to pull it out. Okay. Pulls it out, bandages that arm all up, like throws away those blood bags and needle and all that jazz. Okay. Then they're like, we're going to switch you to the other arm.
And I'm meanwhile like waiting. Okay, I'm like,
Yeah, you're like,
I'm like, this is so
outside
weird. I'm like, this has been
waiting.
10 minutes. My children have had conservatively like 18 donuts and 5 cookies each. And I'm like, what is going on?
Your
But I
kids
need
were
to
hitting the
know.
Snacks is so
Oh yeah, they were hitting them so hard. I'm also like, fine though. I don't care. I'm like,
yeah, all
I'm
those
like-
are just going to get packed up.
I'm
and
like, you're
taken
getting my
somewhere else.
blood. You're
For
getting my
free.
blood. And so
Gave
it's
it to
either
you.
free or my children don't have the snacks. You choose. But I was kind of like, where is she? And
well, I was like texting you at some point. I was like, they missed my
Yes.
vein. Okay, so I was like saying that. So
and
they
then
get
you're
me,
like, they're doing the other side. So I'm like, I'll see her in 4 minutes.
right. So then they get me all lined up on the other side. And the first woman who drew my blood, she was like, asked the other woman, she was like, hey, will you do it? I'm just feeling like I just screwed this one up. I don't want to screw anything else up. So the other one comes over, and then we were like, actually, this is kind of good because she's also the one that drew Mariah's blood too. So like in terms of like evening the playing field, and she's still like in on it. Everybody's still being like, oh, this is so fun. We're doing the competition. This is so great. Like she's like, whatever. So then she like she puts like they put like a tourniquet on the top of your thing, and then they give you like a little ball to squeeze to like keep the blood moving.
Yeah.
Okay, so she puts her needle in. And like immediately I can tell something is wrong.
God, me no likey.
Not from the level of pain that I'm experiencing, but from the look on her face. She looks like there's something bad going on here. Like not good. Okay. So, but crazy me thinks to myself, one time I was at a blood draw and I had low flow. Okay, so that's where it was taking forever. So I'm thinking to myself, I say to her, oh, I had this happen once before. Is it not coming out very quickly?
Oh no.
And she said, oh no, it's coming out way too quickly. And I was like, what? And she's like taking the tourniquet off. She's like, okay. And she's like, stop squeezing. Don't squeeze the ball at all. Don't squeeze it at all. Just completely relax your hand. Relax. And I'm like, what's going on? And she's like, I think that we hit your artery.
Oh my God. Oh my God.
And it doesn't really feel any different than any other kind of blood draw. The only thing that I am noticing that seems different is, one, how she's acting, and two, that the blood is like bright red.
Yeah.
Because the blood that's going out in your arteries is oxygenated, and the blood that's coming back is the stuff that needs to be re-oxygenated.
Okay.
So this
So
is
it's oxygenated blood.
It's oxygenated blood, and it is like bright red.
And that
Like,
is not
usually
what
it's
you
like-
normally see when you give blood. It's like a dark garnet red.
Yeah, it's like exactly. And this was like ruby, like red.
Creep.
And so there's like a lot of crazy things about this, but like she's like, all right, I'm gonna have to pull this needle out. Oh, and also she's like, it's full. Like it's like a minute later, and she's like, okay, it's like full. She's like, you won.
Oh, she said that?
Oh, yeah.
That's really
She was like,
funny.
yeah. Well, actually, that's how she was like, the good news is you won. The bad news is I hate your artery.
Gosh, that's actually really funny. But they can't use that blood.
Yeah, so that's like the thing that kind of sucks about it is like they can't use that kind
Do you know
of
why
blood.
that is?
The reason they can't use it is because it comes out so quickly that there's not enough of the coagulating agent that comes out from a regular blood draw. So basically that blood could cause somebody needs a
Right.
hemorrhage, right?
Oh,
They
interesting.
Can't, like, add some other coagulating agent into it to make it okay.
Yeah.
So it was fine. She pulled the needle out. Right when she pulled it out, there was like, you could see that like it was like bleeding underneath my skin.
Oh my
and there was
God,
like this
Leia.
like big, like a golf ball sized knot of like blood coming out. But then they just like, she like put an ice pack on it. You put a lot of pressure on it, like wrap it up really good. And it didn't like, I was like being so nice.
Yeah,
I
you
was
were
like,
seeming
guys,
really
this
calm.
happens, like, you know, like, and I was like, also like, thank God it's me. Like I could have passed out or I could have been freaking out at you guys.
True.
Like, you know, like this is no big deal. I'll come back and get blood again. Like it's all good. And so then I came out. I like
Yes.
explained the situation to you.
I saw you
You
sitting
took
in
a
a chair.
picture of me.
Maybe we
that
can
you
share
then
that.
Sent to me, and in the picture, I'm like, I look like there's something wrong.
No,
Like,
you do. You don't
I
look good.
don't look good, and I was still kind of like maintaining that I was okay, but I did not look good.
I think we can like share photos and stuff on here. I'm not going to do it right now,
Let's
but
not. Let's test
maybe
that
we can
before
put
do
that
it.
onto the Instagram for
And
the
so then
special
I was like
listeners.
still maintaining that I was like fine, but I would also just like to point out to you that like when you this is like a lot of blood, like 500 cc's. That's like a lot of blood to lose in a short period of time, right? And your body could like go into shock from something like
Oh my
that.
gosh.
It's like similar to like a postpartum hemorrhage or something, you know?
Right.
Like it's like a lot
Right.
of blood loss at once,
Right.
So, but I mean, I was fine. I did like when I got home, Mom was like, "How was your blood draw?" And I just like burst into tears. I was like, "It was horrible."
Oh,
Like, it was
buddy.
awful.
It is just like when your mom is there for you somehow, you can just like let down all your
Yeah.
defenses. I'm
Yeah.
sorry.
No, it's
Do you
okay.
think you're going to get blood again?
Yes, absolutely. I've been making this joke over and over again that like I was nearly killed by the American Red Cross.
Truly. I don't know. I'm freaked out by that.
Really?
Now I'm freaked
Like,
out.
it's never happened before, and like it hardly ever happens. It's a very rare thing. It was just like a bad day for me.
Oh, I know. I'm
I mean,
sorry.
also, like, if they just hit the artery, it would have been one thing. But like that, she first like missed the vein and then they hit the artery. That was like,
and then you walk out like no blood given.
Right,
you know,
right.
it's
I'm
like, do you still have to wait another 6 months? Yeah,
you
you.
have to wait 6 weeks. Yeah.
Oh,
Just
6
a
weeks. Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow. Well, I am a little eked out now, but I think I probably still will go again.
Do you think that they should have offered me something? Like, excuse me, like a gift card or like
Definitely.
like a shirt,
a
or
life
like-
supply of Culvers or something. I mean, I do think they offered at that one. There's always different things, and actually, the pint of Culvers ice cream is a good one.
I don't like the slogan though. It like grosses me out.
Which
give a pint, get a pint.
Oh,
I
is it a pint you're giving?
Yeah.
Wow. Yeah, that's nasty. But it's like blood ice cream.
It's just gross. Like imagine if you opened up that Culver's thing. It's just blood.
Ew. Ew. That'd be a good, we could work something into that, like a Halloween costume in some way. Like a, I don't know. I'm thinking about like a American Red Cross
like-
gone wrong or something. I don't know. Okay. Yeah, I'm a little eked out by doing it again, but I probably will. This time the thing they were giving away was like, it was like 10 they were like, we're teaming up with Quick Trip and you get like a free milk from Quick Trip. I'm like, I'm not trying to throw shade or anything, but like, I don't know, I don't really buy milk at the gas station. I guess I don't really go to the gas station like ever because I don't get gas in my
Oh yeah,
big
yeah.
car.
Oh right.
and
right.
also, we pretty much, if you get gas now, like, how many times do you go into the gas station? Very rarely. You just pay the pump, right?
Yeah, mostly I would say I just pay at the pump. There's certain things that I do buy at the gas station though. Like for like my children love gas station snacks, and I have sometimes like get coffee at the gas station or a donut or, you know, I mean, Quick Trip is like in terms of gas stations pretty high.
It's a
up
good one.
there. Yeah.
And it's also good to remember, like,
beer. I get beer
yeah,
at the
that's
gas
true.
station.
That's true. I bought ice at the gas station in Avoca. I mean, it is important to also remember, like, I was serious that I didn't want to throw shade, but I was like, you know, there are a lot of places where people might not have the option to go. Like, that might be where you have to buy some of your groceries because
Yeah.
you could be in a really rural area.
Right. Absolutely. Yeah, we're lucky here that we have a grocery store, but lots of people
Barely. I was going to ask you a really quick question here. This is going to be very super serving to our Spring Green listeners.
Mm-hmm.
Do you have house envy for any specific house in Spring Green?
That's a great question. Yeah, there's a few.
Okay, lay it on me.
Two of them are like located in a very close proximity. It would be Madison Street and Lexington, the corner of that right
Yeah.
there. Okay. There's that beautiful brick house That's on, if you were headed towards your house, is on the right-hand side.
The first one or the second one? There's two, right?
That's the one like on the closer to the railroad
Yeah,
tracks.
yeah.
That one. I think that house is so
Yeah, it's
beautiful.
gorgeous.
I love it. It's amazing. And then right across the street from that is someone else that I know's house that has like the most beautiful perennial gardens.
Oh,
And they are just like always in bloom. They're so beautiful. They're
she's
so
a master
well-
gardener, right?
Absolutely.
Yeah, like actually, I
they're
think.
so well cared for. Like it's stunning.
No, every
know?
time you see them, and they're beautiful in the spring, summer, fall,
Oh my
and then
God.
in the winter, somehow they're also beautiful.
I know. It's just
I know.
mind blowing. So I would say that those are two like that immediately come to mind. But what about you?
Yeah, her gardens are incredible. Okay, the house that I really like is Emily and Jesse's house.
Oh, I know. I love
And
that
it's, I
house.
think, he's a carpenter and she's obviously great with the gardens, but it's something about like their taste and the house. It's like so simple,
Yeah.
but it's so like buttoned up. It's tight. It's like a small Tudor house on a quieter street. She's got all these beautiful like shade gardens and a front
Yep.
porch. It just, yeah, that's
And,
one of my
like,
favorites.
The house is a beautiful color. Everything is in really nice condition.
That's
The
it.
numbers, they chose really nice numbers
Yeah.
for the outside of the house. Jesse's also got that nice van that he parks outside that kind of completes the look. They have a beautiful backyard, and their house borders that secret sidewalk.
I know
You
the secret
they got
sidewalk
a
is
lot
good.
of really good stuff going on there.
Okay, well that was really interesting for like 3 people. Me, you, and Mom.
Yeah, right. Mom doesn't listen.
We put it on her phone.
Do you let your kids listen to the show?
I wouldn't not let. I mean, I feel like these stories are slightly scary, but like they know the Luca one already. The blood one they were there for.
Yeah.
So I think they'd be fine. I mean, I don't not. I mean, I guess if I was swearing or talking more about like sex and stuff, maybe no. What about you?
Censor it, Yeah. Yeah, I think the ones where we get into a little bit more of the spicier content, the explicit stuff, I would not let them listen to. But I am like, they are kind of like my P1s. Like they're like, yeah, Mom, like you got another podcast out. Can we
Aw.
listen? Like they can't wait, and they love
That's
to.
cute.
They also love to watch the YouTube.
Oh,
Yeah.
well, I would definitely like be happy for them to listen if the sound quality was good.
Oh my
I mean,
God,
partially
fingers
I
crossed.
can't listen to it or even watch it when the sound quality isn't good. And so it's just like, what's the point even? So it hasn't been around in the family zeitgeist as in the last couple of weeks, but I have really high hopes for this episode because it's sounding good and we've got some great content.
Would you like to just check in about your general like mental state about the
No.
podcast? Okay. Mental state
No.
in general.
No, definitely no. No on both fronts. Okay, moving on to the actually great segue. I think a poltergeist has taken over me.
Possessed.
No, for real.
I really would like to just read some of these.
No, I know. My husband's texting me. I'm like mentally preparing a return text for him.
Like I was like trying to listen to you talk before, but I was also being like, what?
There's only 3 buns. There's actually 4 more in the freezer, but good to know.
If
Thanks,
only
honey.
this was live.
Oh my God. Seriously, that would be perfect. Greg,
Tell-
there's more buns in the freezer, honey. Okay. So can you talk a little bit about just intro this next segment where we're going to talk about like, the supernatural. And also I feel like it might be good to, oh wait, I have something else I need to do with you. Okay. I have something really good and that I need to do with you. Let me see if I can find it. Don't
okay.
look at the drops too much. Hopefully I can find it. Oh, good. Okay. I want you to tell me, I've been watching something incredible on Netflix, and I want you to tell me if you can identify this soundbite.
Man, this baby must corner like it's on rails.
Okay, well, I think it's Gina Davis.
No, do you want to hear it again?
Yeah, give it to me again.
Man, this baby must corner like it's on rails.
Oh, come
You
on,
can do
who is
this.
that? Come
You
on,
can
who
do
is
this.
that?
One more.
Man, this baby must corner like it's on rails.
Oh my God! Okay.
Yes.
That is
Yes.
that is the it's Aaron Brockovich. That is
No, but
I mean,
you're
it's
at the
Julia
right actor.
Roberts.
Yes.
It's Julia Roberts.
Yes.
Yeah.
And what is the movie? Can you put yourself back into the position of where this movie might be from?
Oh. I mean, is it like Pretty Woman?
Yes! It's Pretty Woman. It's when she first gets picked up, and remember, he's driving a Lotus. Okay, so I rewatched that. I rewatched that. It's on Netflix right now.
Okay.
And something that we, why would anyone know this? But our family we didn't grow up with a TV and our parents like would do things that were absolutely batshit insane. Like when our friends, the O'Keefes, were going on vacation, we would go to their house and borrow their entire VCR and monitor. And we would have this information like 6 months in advance that they'd be traveling. And we would read like every John Steinbeck book. And then we'd get those movies and watch like Grapes of Wrath. And it wasn't like a fun entertainment thing. It was like a educational thing. Horrible. But then at some point, our teenage brothers, Isaac and Esau, Luca's father and our other brother, they did some contraband TV stuff. And this was probably
like
when
they
Mom
got a TV or they bought a TV or like somehow.
Oh, they got one. Yeah, well, they probably stole it from someone. And it was in their room. And this was also, I think Mom was in midwifery school, right?
I mean, this is a little bit predates me. In my childhood, we always had a TV.
Where was it?
It would be like in the living room, or there would be like a TV room. I mean, it was some kind of like horrible.
Yeah,
thing,
totally.
You know,
like a
just,
computer
like,
monitor.
No, like something like huge. And then it was like, oh my God. And it was always like, yeah, whatever.
So did you watch movies and stuff?
Yeah, like there was like movies around when I was younger. Like there was like a whole stack of VHSs, you know, and I would watch I would do like a lot of, I actually think about my kids now when they're doing like unsupervised, you know, unauthorized phone usage or whatever, you know, they're like grabbing your phone. And I'm like, I did a lot of that when I was a kid, like unauthorized movie watching while Mom and Dad were like out working in the garden or something.
Yeah.
Like I remember watching like the movie American Beauty.
Oh yeah. I was actually wanting to rewatch that.
Great film.
Yeah,
Great
that
film.
is a good movie.
That like scene with like all the rose petals on top of the bath water.
Oh, weird. And the plastic bags. I actually do want to rewatch that.
Yeah.
I want to rewatch that.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, you were part of this. You just were probably a little bit younger because I'm thinking I was like 10. So you may have been like 4 or 5.
Yeah.
And there was a very specific set of movies that were watched over and over. And one of them was Pretty Woman. It was Pretty Woman.
Oh.
101 Dalmatians. Ace Ventura Pet Detective.
Anne of Green Gables.
Was it that? What we did?
The Secret of Rowan Inish.
Yeah.
For me.
Yeah.
Those were ones that were like on the approved list for me. Pride and Prejudice, the BBC version. I felt like we watched that so many times.
I think we got that from the library though. I don't think we ever owned that.
Own those, yeah.
So that was just like how Esau and Isaac would like basically entertain us. So I've watched Pretty Woman so many times. Finally watched it again as an adult. Oh my God. Unbelievably good. Also, Richard Gere is hot. And he's 5'11".
Like, the movie's about, he's 5'11".
Yeah, I looked it up and she's 5'9".
Huh. And this film is about prostitution.
You should rewatch
Or
it.
is it about love?
It's about love and prostitution.
I can't believe I got that. I cannot believe I got that clip.
I'm amazed. I'm amazed.
I mean, yeah.
Especially because you probably were like 4 or 5 watching that movie. Anyway, rewatch
What
it. It's on
about Erin
Netflix.
Brockovich? Have you ever seen that movie?
Well, I was just talking about it with Caitlin Hatch, and she was like, we've been rewatching. Great movie. And also, Erin Brockovich is still very much involved in like climate.
The actual lawyer?
Yeah.
The real woman?
Yeah. She's
my
like
God,
still
that's
involved in
so
climate justice
cool.
stuff. I know. Yeah, I didn't know that at all, but it is really interesting. I would like to rewatch that too. I mean, God, Julia Roberts. Oh, she was like 21 when she did Pretty Woman.
Oh my God.
She's just gorgeous.
Yeah,
like
she's
so beautiful.
But she's also like sassy. She has like so much spunk about her.
She's a good
too.
actor. And her clothes in that movie and just like the whole 90s oeuvre.
Yeah.
I'm learning
Yeah.
French.
You sure are.
Oh,
You're not just
boy.
learning French. You're actually doing so good with your French.
Mais non. Je ne peux pas parler français.
Languages are one of your like incredible gifts. That
Oui,
you
j'ai
bring
une
to this world.
aptitude pour les langues. I don't think that's the right word. Okay, let's move on from that because nobody can. I think that was worse than the gruesome stories
I
of
would love to hear
yesteryear.
some other recommendations of Julia Roberts films that people like, though. You know,
Please.
if you wanna throw some in there.
Stepmom.
I couldn't tell you anything about that movie.
I would love also like I love the early era, the Mystic Pizza era. So if we could get some of those
Mystic
early
Pizza,
years,
that's
yeah,
so
yeah,
good.
throw some listener suggestions at us, and I'd love to see you guys going and hitting that love like / watch button on
Smash
smashing.
it.
That's what I was going for, smashing the watch button on Pretty Woman. Okay, we have to go into the ghost stories now, and then we have to read a couple of listener submissions, and then we're outie.
great.
Okay, so can you take it over? Just you give the intro on like the supernatural stuff. I already kind of did, but
Yeah.
keep going in.
Yeah. Yeah, you did a pretty good intro, which is just that we feel like maybe for you and I, there's like a little bit of a difference in the sensitivity to this kind of stuff. Okay. So I would say like we'll just start kind of like a little bit of my history around this. Okay. So like when I was a child, there was like some places in our house that I was like very scared of. Okay. Mostly that would be like this, like, well, okay, I will say, a place in my house that I'm very scared of. Later, I sort of asked some other siblings without giving them context, like, if you had to rate the scariest place in our house,
Yeah.
what would you say?
What did I say when you asked me? Did I say that
You
spot?
said the same spot, yeah.
Okay.
And mostly everyone did. Mostly it was like that place at the bottom of the other stairs that goes up to, that side of the house.
It is also like somehow extremely dark, and it's always
100%.
been cold.
It's like dark and it's cold and it's like very, yeah, it's just like, but when I was a kid, like I could not walk up those stairs. I would be like running up those stairs every single time. Okay, lots of other things too. Like I did not like to have my eyes open when you turned off the lights. Like I would almost always close my eyes and then turn the lights off because like just a lot of like fear of like the dark and all those things, but especially in that part of the house. I don't always feel it now, but I certainly still do have will sometimes really pick up on this fear of that area. You put this in my head, but you were like, maybe it's true that there is a cistern under that part of the house.
Okay. Don't think that like means anything. Okay, that was like some bullshit someone said. Probably there's no insulation.
It's hard to say. I will say that part of the house is extremely cold and the floor is so cold. Like something that doesn't make sense, right? Like if that floor was like built just directly onto the ground, which is also possible, I don't think it could possibly
Are you a
be that
general
cold.
contractor now? I mean, like, how do you know? Okay, but you said
whatever.
other things.
So then, so you put that in my head, and now I, actually, like 2 nights ago, I was wide awake at 2:00 in the morning, wide awake, terrified. Okay, like just so scared, like this feeling of like could not get out of bed to go to the bathroom.
Oh
like,
my
could not-
gosh.
And this prevailing feeling, whatever, you can like get yourself worked up into these things.
Yeah.
But the prevailing feeling in my mind was that there was a little girl who had drowned in the cistern, and that she was thinking that maybe she would come up the stairs and visit me.
Leah. Okay, but you have also said that you've seen a little girl.
And yes, and this happened prior to this experience, but sometimes I do feel like that out of the corner of my eye, I will catch sight of a child sitting on the stairs.
Like
These
how
particular stairs.
old do you think the child is?
She's like between the ages of like 5 and 7.
Can you see
It's like a young
anything? Can you
child.
like see her?
No, it's more like out of the corner of your eye. You
She's
just, like,
hiding
sort
from
of
you?
See a child. I don't know. It seemed like she was ready to come and see me the other night.
Yeah.
And I was like, no. I
You're
was
not
like,
welcome here.
This is not, I am
But you-
not ready for this
But
shit.
you get like a scary feeling from this particular spirit or whatever, it may be.
This particular energy in this space of the
Yes.
house or something.
Yes.
And
Yes.
and what my brain has now assigned to it is that it's like a child
That drowned in a cistern. Yep.
Okay.
Yep. Okay.
And we may never know. if
We
this is like a yes or a no
Could know
situation.
if there was a cistern. That
Right, that would help. That
yeah.
would give us one.
What if her
clue.
body's in there?
Oh.
I'm not helping matters.
Okay,
Um,
so that is like one experience that I have. Another experience that I had, also kind of like same area,
What?
is that yeah, you haven't heard this one yet. This is a new one. For
Oh
you.
my God.
So when I was a child, I remember I've been like twice brushing my teeth at that bathroom, and then there's like a window that looks out to like the south side of the house.
Oh,
So if you were,
actually,
like,
this is a great one because this is a bathroom that has a hole, like a framed out space in it
yeah, just there's like a hole
with
in the
no
wall.
glass. It's not a window,
It's
and
just
it
for letting
goes
light
into
in, I
like
think.
public space.
Yeah.
And then there's a window like 4 feet beyond that.
Yeah.
It's fucking bizarre. Like, no, you know what you don't want in a bathroom? Like an open window that someone could just look in when they're like walking by. Like, it's terrible. It's like what is beyond feng shui being off? It's actually like
Yeah, it's
dangerous.
Yeah,
It's like-
offensive.
Well, I feel like there could like a medical issue could occur if you were like going to the bathroom and then someone like poked their head in. Like, what could occur after that would be like a biohazard. Okay, so you were brushing your teeth right there.
This was before that window was added to that bathroom. So I was like standing like just sort of right outside the door. So I could like look in the mirror, and then I could also see to my right out of the window. And there was like a tiny leprechaun.
Joking. Where? What are you talking about? What? Are you serious?
Yes. He was like at the window.
How tiny?
Like small, like the size of a Barbie doll, like that.
Do you think it could have been like a leaf blowing by? A leprechaun? What? What did you do? Do you think someone was playing a trick on you?
Terrified.
There's a
a tiny
leprechaun?
man outside the window.
Why are you calling it a leprechaun? Was it wearing green?
It was just like a little like sprite, you know? It's like a little
A borrower.
fellow, you know? Yeah. So that happened.
Sorry. Did it have like
Happened
red
to me
hair and a
twice.
green
2
outfit?
times. I can't really remember, but it was like, you know, it looks like it was like from The Hobbit.
Are
but,
you
like, small.
sound mentally?
I have no idea. I don't
How
know.
many days apart did
I
you
have
see
no
this
idea.
leprechaun?
It was 2 isolated times in my childhood. I think maybe like the same summer, maybe.
You have always been gifted
the
with an
winter or
incredible
something.
imagination. I mean, I'm not denying that you saw a leprechaun. It's just so strange. Okay, leprechaun,
I don't know if it was a leprechaun, just like a little tiny man.
small man,
This
small
tiny
man. That's why I was trying to
like,
understand red hair,
peering- like,
green.
peering into the window.
That's kind of creepy. Like right there, and then he was gone.
Yeah, and then he was gone.
He.
And I haven't seen him since. It was kind of a 1 to 2 time occurrence.
Wow, I was
maybe
not
he'll be
expecting
back.
that.
Maybe he'll
That
be
was
back.
that was new.
Okay, so that was that one. And then you also want to hear the one about the white school?
Well, I find this one really
one.
interesting. And I will just say, like, I would say I would be the kind of person that would say things like, I don't believe in ghosts. And because in my experience, I've had like creepy experiences. One that really comes to mind was I was sleeping in my room, which is now our room, mom and dad's room.
At the farm.
Yeah. I was sleeping there. I was like 12 or 13. And there were 2 twin beds. They were like here and here. Okay. Like parallel to each other. And I was sleeping on the one that was further towards the window. And I'm sleeping and then I wake up in the night and I kind of heard breathing.
What?
Yeah. You were not in there. You were not in there. You must have been in mom and dad's room.
Yeah.
And I heard breathing in the room. And it woke me up.
God.
It was nighttime, yeah. And I my eyes, I kind of like looked around and my eyes adjusted and I saw like something on the floor, like kind of over by the ballet mirror, like
What?
on the floor. Yeah. And, sorry, no, this is real. I'm laughing. And so I
Could it have been a dog?
it was breathing.
Or
It was like
cat?
breathing. Well, I'm like looking. I'm like, what is, my eyes are adjusting. And I realize that it is a monkey. It's like a monkey over there. No, I'm serious. It's like a monkey crouching and breathing. And I can see it moving when it breathes. Because I know it's like a monkey. So, I mean, to get by the monkey out, to get to mom and dad, I would have to go by the monkey to get out the door. And so I summoned
Like
all the
paralyzed with
courage
fear?
to
Oh, you decided to leave.
well, what else am I going to do? I decide to summon all my courage and I decide to jump to the other bed that has a light next to it. And I jumped to the bed, I turned the light on, and it was our dog. The white spots on her, Maddie, on her body looked striking like a monkey. So
That's a great story.
that's my
That's a
only
great
ghost story.
Uh-huh. Nothing else. Like really no other time. Like when you were in a space and you felt like, oh, I don't really like the way it feels in here, or this is scary to me, or I have a bad feeling right now.
Yeah, I mean a little bit, but nothing that I can like attribute to anything like specific or spirits or anything like that. But you tell us your story, because I had never heard this story before. You told it to me just this summer and I was like riveted. So let's hear this last one, and then we're going to move on to some listener submissions before we wrap it up for today. Okay.
Yeah, the first time I told this story, you were riveted. You were like, I got chills. But it's kind of hard to like, I hope we can get the same intensity on this fourth telling or whatever we're doing here.
There's never enough for me. I this one really interests me.
Okay, so Kyle and I used to have this pizza restaurant, which was at the White School, which is like this beautiful old historical building, like pretty old, I think like early 1900s, probably. Yeah, maybe late 1800s. And other people besides me had said things like, I feel like this building is haunted, or I saw someone that was not there.
And it was a school.
Yeah, and it was a school for many, many years. It was a school, like, you know, I think early on when it was first built, it was built as a school, and then like all the way up until maybe the 50s or 60s.
Large,
It was
though.
a
It's not
school,
what you
yeah.
think of as like a small one room.
Yeah.
It's a big building. It has multiple rooms, like large rooms on the main floor, separated by a big wall.
It has a basement and then a main floor and then a big upstairs, and they're all like these big, beautiful open spaces. And when we were kids, we took ballet there in one of these like beautiful upstairs classrooms. So yeah, it's nice, and it has like big, tall ceilings to it, and yeah. And there's lots of, I will say, there's just like lots of spaces. Like if you're in one space, you can't see the other space, but you can kind of like hear it, right? And so I'd had feelings in that building before of like, oh, just a little scary. Like that same kind of like, I need to run up the stairs, you know, like I want to get away from whatever that is. But not in like a bad, like never in kind of like a bad way, but kind of in like a, what's that? And so then one day I was sitting in a meeting, and I was facing like the back door, and yeah, it was just like chatting. And then
How many people were in your meeting with you?
there was maybe like 3 or 4 people in
Okay.
my meeting, you know, like enough that, yeah, whatever. So I was like looking towards the back door, and you know, there are people that come in and out of this building because there's like other things upstairs, right? So I just like saw someone, I like looked up and I saw someone walk from the room that we were in into the other room, like through a doorway.
Yeah, it's hard to explain exactly, but you can like see the entranceway, and then it divides into 2 rooms.
Yeah.
And the entranceway serves both of those large rooms on the main
Yeah.
floor. And so you could see someone that would then, it would, you know, if someone was coming in that door, you'd see them for 5 seconds, 3
Yeah, and
seconds.
they didn't come in the back door and then go into the other room. I like looked up and they just walked into the other room.
So you didn't see them come into the back door.
I didn't see them come in. It was like, and I
And
didn't
who was
see
this
them
person?
walk across the room. I didn't see anything like that. Well, I didn't know who the person was, but it was so like striking to me. It was so like real that I saw someone walk from that room to the next room that I had to like get up from the meeting and just like walk over there and just take like a quick check to see if there was anybody in there. And that's when there was like, I got to the other room and there was no one there.
Did you have a weird feeling?
And I was like, that was fucking weird.
Yeah.
So then like I went back and I sat down in the meeting and I was still just like thinking about that. Like, oh my God, like, did anybody else see this? Like, what is it? And I wasn't going to like say anything in that moment because like, that's a very weird thing.
Yeah, like I saw a ghost.
I saw someone
Or saw someone,
I
yeah.
saw someone walk into that room and I wasn't thinking a ghost really at all. in
Like it
that
was a
moment.
person. You saw a
Yeah,
person.
it was like I saw someone walk into that room. Like where are they? Where is that person? And then like as I like sort of like thought about it more and kind of like processed the experience, and also like as I told the story, you asked a really good question. You were like, who do you think it was? And I was like, oh, the overwhelming sense that I would have is that it was the teacher from the school.
Yeah, and I asked you, like, how did you know that it was a teacher?
Right. And I immediately thought, oh, she was dressed like a teacher. And she like was dressed like a teacher from that time period, like in sort of like a big like 50s skirt and like a sweater tucked into that.
Was it was she in color?
It's so hard because you have like your original
Yeah.
experience and then you have your memory that's like layered on top of it.
Yeah.
And it kind of like I think you kind of like build it out over time. I would say that it wasn't like that, like I wasn't, I can't say if it was like a black and white or color experience or what it was, but it was like like enough of a physical presence that I had to get up and check and see if that person
Oh
was
my
there.
gosh. But it wasn't, you didn't have a creepy feeling there at all.
It was not creepy. Yeah. And in fact, like I would feel that kind of energy at other times too after that point, but not in like a scary way, just like in a way of like I could feel the children and like the other people like moving around that space in there, but like very joyful.
Wow. We have our family reunion coming up here in August. So August 8th.
Soon. It's
August
like
8th.
a week
But
away.
I'd be curious to know if we asked and polled our other siblings, where everyone falls on this scale. Like I have some guesses. Like I feel like Jess is more in tune. Probably, but I don't know what she would say. But I'm curious. I mean, we should ask them. It would be an interesting thing to check in on.
I have a question for you. Do you have any interest in having these kind of supernatural experiences? Like, is that something that you would like to?
No, I think it probably scares me a little bit. You know, so I think I probably would not look for that. But I wouldn't be afraid. I mean, look, everyone's afraid of basements, though. I'm like, what basement have you not wanted to run out of? They smell bad. They're weird. It's dank. Like,
Dark,
so I'm not going to say I haven't like run up the basement stairs. But I don't think I'm excited. Like, I'm not looking for that experience necessarily. Although one thing that would be interesting to me, and we kind of talked about this with our sister-in-law, like the idea that your family member or someone you love who you've lost, comes back to visit you. Like, I think she was speaking, well, I don't want to talk too much about her life, but you know, people have talked about like feeling or seeing, maybe it's not like a physical presence, but something that reminds them very clearly. It doesn't just remind them, it's like what they have attributed to, a shape that they have attributed to that family member.
An animal or a four-leaf clover.
Right. Stuff like that. So, and that like, I am thinking a lot about our parents and their age, partially because of our upcoming reunion and some of the stuff that we're planning on looking at and handling as a family then. And, you know, your parents don't last forever, and that's really sad for me. It's hard to accept that. So the idea that maybe there could be some connection to them, that's appealing, you know?
Yeah. We've been having that conversation some of like how our parents are going to like show up for us at the farm.
Well, what you said was, I can't wait till mom and dad are haunting me at the farm. Well, maybe you didn't say haunting.
I said, well, I guess we'll give people just a little bit of context, which is that what we're trying to do is we're trying to have our parents buried at the farm.
Yeah, we can have one parent buried at the farm. You can have a green burial for one of them, but we'd have to get like a special license for the other one or
which
exception.
I think we're going to try to do. But mom said she actually doesn't care. But whatever, we can talk about that more again. Maybe we'll have them on to talk about it. But yeah, I'm always saying, like, how are our parents going to show up on the farm after they die? And my one joke is, like, I hope dad puts all the tools away.
Oh, yeah, that's right. You said that. He's out in the shop putting all the tools away.
Yeah. No, he's, like, walking around the farm picking up all the stuff we left out. But then when I was having that conversation with Hava, I was like, you know what actually really scares me even more is the idea that they won't show up at all.
I know.
And then they're just, like, really gone.
Well, it sounds like if anyone's going to see them, it's going to be you. All right. This has been great. Let's move on now. We're hitting that hour mark. So let's move on to just quickly hear our I think we did have some, you said we had some
I think we have
contact. I don't know how to
emails.
open this at all. Help me. A little visitor. Can you open them?
The emails?
Yeah.
My laptop.
I understand. Let's find them. I'm just everyone.
I think we did get you logged into that.
I know. Oh, here it is.
Oh, brilliant.
Okay. All right, you read these.
Are you sure?
Yeah. Or you can summarize too if you want to.
I haven't read these at all yet.
Hold on. AI summary. No, just kidding. Sorry, Lindsay. All right.
Do you want to say who this is?
Yeah. It actually appears that both of these emails are from friends of mine, which I'm deeply touched by. You have probably met both of them as well. But this one is from my good friend, Lindsay Wynn, who is a friend of ours in Chicago. So take it away, Leah.
Okay. It says, "Hi, Moriah and Leah. I wanted to formally congratulate you on such an engaging podcast series thus far and for persevering regardless of setbacks in episode 2.1. I shan't lie. I fell asleep during the financial advisor segment of 2.2, but I found your guest voice relaxing and falling asleep on a plane ride, and I woke up at 4:15 a.m.
Wow.
Okay. While I did not reap the benefits of what Steve was meant to offer, I was very grateful for the mid-air nap, especially as a mother of a young child and a toddler, and I so appreciate this segment in my own way.
Okay. You know what? Well, I'll take it.
Yeah,
we offered a nap.
Great. As a person with no siblings, and you as siblings among 7 in total, I wonder what you think of personal space. Does it exist, or do you now need so much that you can't get enough of it? And where you all are now in your siblinghood in terms of closeness, camaraderie, and lack thereof, if this is on the table for discussion. Who were the picked on siblings,
Mm-hmm.
and who were the ones who you didn't fuck around with?
It's a good question.
Also, who's your celebrity fuck?
Ooh.
Mine is John Mayer. So, John, if you're out there listening, hit me up.
I will be happy to manifest that for you as well, Lindsay. John Mayer, love that. Not what I would have expected, but great.
Y'all are naturals at the podcast game, truly.
Aw.
Looking forward to hearing more.
Thank
Lindsay.
you, Lindsay.
Aw.
Those are
That's
great
so
questions.
sweet. Yeah.
We've been saying we're going to do a family episode, and we're not trying to avoid it, but it just,
am.
but we just had, this amazing story with Luca come up. I can read this one if you want.
Yeah, go for it.
This is from my good friend, Gemma Petrie in Chicago. She says, love the podcast, Moriah and Leah. Topic, idea, and question for you. I'd love to hear how you both manage personal time, friends, hobbies, exercise, etc. with your partners as parents. I don't know Leah enough to have a good picture of what this looks like for her, but I do know she's often managing a lot of responsibilities with kids, the farm, restaurants, and even a political campaign once. And Moriah, I know summers at the farm and your current work situation probably shift things, but at least from the outside, I've always been impressed by how you and Greg seem to prioritize both yourselves and your family. I'm curious if you can both share how you think about this. What have you learned works for you? Does it ever feel unbalanced? How do you address this? How do you avoid the feeling of keeping score?
Ooh,
Very,
good
very,
one.
very good question.
Topical.
All right. Well, I think we are going to definitely. I think we should definitely bring. I'm not going to read the second part of this because I think it's a little more specific to Gemma. But we will. I think those are really interesting questions, and it is something that I think. I certainly have a lot. I do have a lot to say about that.
Absolutely.
And
I think we could do an episode about like marriage and parenting at some point, and I think that would be interesting to at least some of our listeners.
yeah. I think the balance of kids and exercise and parent time is interesting, and I do think we need to get into more family stuff. I would imagine there'll be lots on our minds next week as we lead into our family reunion. And we'll have lots to share after. So I think that is going to do it for today. Thank you all so much for listening to Spicy in Wisconsin, episode 3. We will see you all again next week. We love you guys.
Talk to you next week. Sorry.
We can
All right,
work
love
on
you.
that.
Bye.
Spicy in Wisconsin.
Okay, we just got to work on your outro for the future.
Are we still recording?
Yeah, I can't
Oh
turn
my
it
God,
off.
Stop.
I'm
Playing
trying.
the music or something.
All right.
All
Now
right,
we're really
till
done.
next time.